Welcome back to Indian Trace. This is going to be really cool. I have a different idea. Something I was just led to do. This will probably be named Ancient Whispers. But just a great bin here of smoky quartz stuff as I pan out just a little. Throughout these trays, as you've seen here on Indian Trace, there's a lot of stellar stuff that's, well worth revisiting, feeling, looking at. But we're not going to do that today. What I wanted to do is take you up top here where I have the last couple days. Somebody who just turns in, that's a possibility of a way that you might want to keep your artifacts organized. And just pause the screen and take a screenshot on that and pull it up and you'll see some things if you're new. Look at this, everybody, though, and thank you for tuning in to Indian Trace. This is probably, again, going to be called Ancient Whispers. Right here is the very first arrowhead I've ever found. The reason I'm showing this is that today, as well as many days, I have to revisit the way that my brain is supposed to evaluate artifacts that are found. Everything up here that we're going to look at today, I found in the last 2 times out. And my brain has a way that it evaluates it, separates it, shares it with others, gives it away, if you will. And it's so funny how human nature works. This piece of crystal, this crystal arrowhead, it's got an impact fracture, but the crystal's so clear it's hard to see. When I found it, I thought it was a piece of glass out in the woods near here. That is not even a site that is developed. I put it here because when I found it, I was amazed. I said to myself, you can find North American Indian artifacts just like that. And many of you know and have been there before. And that's once that happens, that's all she wrote. Because then you go to work figuring it out as a human being. But also, you go to work finding different things. Take a look at this. All these here are materials. Broken pieces, great North American Indian artifacts. All these here are in a criteria that I'm just going to give them away. I stopped adding to my koi pond. These are going to go to someone in this nation, or even in different countries, who has a good place or needs more ancient Indian artifacts. And I would say everybody needs them. It will help stir up an appreciation for studying them out. So let's look at these for a second, and then we'll go on to a different grade, if you will. Basic grade of Indian artifacts. It's rhyolite you're looking at. And if it were wetted, it'd glow bluish green as well, many of these. And the reason why I just stopped adding to my koi pond is there's so much out there. And some of this stuff I've realized fairly quickly is in this, of course, the material is not found anywhere but here in the East. And been able to be fortunate enough to get some to Denmark, to Ireland. So, life is rich, and I just want to encourage people to share as much as they can of things like that. So these are going out the door. Last couple days, which is good stuff. And then I found some stuff that, I just listen and try to observe what people really like. And then I go into this, and it's another bin I keep these in. These don't go into the display box right here. They don't go in there. What'll have a chance to get in there is these that we're going to look at that I found in the last couple days. But they might not. It depends what my heart is, You got to just follow your heart. Of course, there's some great pottery here. Just all this stuff on here. Again, it's just the last 2 times out, a couple days. Thank God it rained a little bit. We have this excellent thumb scraper, so take a close look at this. And great points. Why not, right? And this, if it was wet, it would glow very purplish red. Some of you have caught a glimpse of that triangle. Nice piece, though. Again, this group here, I'm going to find a good home for this stuff. Just needs to be. And For those of you who are new, which I say a lot, I keep plenty. So don't think I just find it to give it all away. That's for sure. Now, as the time kicks on, take a look at this stuff. And I want to get this hammerstone out of the way, I think. This is an incredible piece. Let me see if I can get my focus working. Look at this. It's heavy, very dense. Look at the grade on this. Very strange. It is definitely worked into a conical type around the outside edge, and it's heavy. So it might have done some work around the outside edge. I don't know what kind of tool they were using it for. It's definitely not natural, especially out there on an Indian site. And there is, let's see if I can show you. There you go. A divot on the bottom. If it comes out in the light, so you can see it. And there you go. Very interesting type of tool or hammerstone. And like I said, that's heavy as can be. Just put that down here over on the side. These are what I call keepers, at least for now. And I wanted to give this cleanup because a lot of these weren't on film. It was wet, rainy, that sort of thing, and I gotta hurry. I'm looking at my time here. So let's just go through this. I did get this on film, but the video messed up, so it's not on there anymore. It's one of my favorite styles and some great different types of material here. Just a great notch point. Find those here in eastern North Carolina, and I'm always happy to do that. That might be finding different homes, so just take a look at it. Many people tuning in who don't comment either, but do comment and share what you really love and why you love it and why you're into this stuff. You know, we got to stir the community up. This is a nice point. Of course, I found it at Ravona. Has the yellow tip. My color is not coming in real well, I don't think. And I'm being pressed. It feels like I'm being pressed with my time, so I have to keep it. Love the cortex, so I showed it on this side and this point. Just a great little point, about an inch long. Found this triangle today in rhyolite. Love archaic triangles. This is bigger. It's about 2 inches long, so it definitely is not an arrowhead or a bow point. And as I finish up here, don't want this to cut off on me. One of my favorites to find this morning, of course, is a little Guilford here. Absolutely perfect in just about every way. Guilford round. That's going to go in the box just because of my propensity for them, my love for them. Some of these will get gone, and I know, and I thank so many of you out there who have found really great places to keep this stuff and highlight them and just make them have a place in your collection, which is important to me. But that right there, that's the Indian trace we're always talking about. Thanks a lot for tuning in.